Watching live. Greetings, and I hope you will leave a comment down below and let me know that you're here. If you're watching on the replay, greetings. Um, Today I was I'm going to talk about how the lighting that you've got in your home can affect your anxiety and your sleep. Now, if you work in an office, there isn't much you can do about the lighting. Most of the time it's fluorescent lights. And it's very interesting, but they've done studies actually. And they've studied fluorescent lighting. And it's the National Institutes of Health, and I have some notes here that I'm going to be referring to. So, the National Institutes of Health have studied the light and how it affects mood and anxiety. And there are proteins in your eye, actually, that are sensitive to light, and particularly the intensity of the light. And fluorescent lights are incredibly intense. And I'm going to read a little bit from that. And the intensity of the light and fluorescence in particular, bright light, in other words, fluorescent, increases alertness but has a negative outcome on sleep. This increase of alertness is stated to have a positive effect because it improves cognitive performances and mood. However, it can have a negative effect when you intend to relax, and it could disturb your sleep cycle and melatonin, the production of melatonin. And apparently, this is also worse for women. We have we have a greater response to fluorescent lights. Now, we don't tend to have fluorescent lights in our home, which is a good thing. But being exposed to this kind of light all day long can really disturb your day-night cycle. So if there's a way you can spend more time working at home rather than going into an office, if you can opt for that, then opt for that. If you have anxiety that has to do with your sleep, that's impacting your sleep. So, what kind of lights are good? Well, the interesting thing is, and this would not have occurred to me, but red or amber colored lights tend to impact our internal clock in positive ways. If in the evening you have a source of red light, it can improve mental health. This is not something I would have come up with on my own, but this is apparently the psychological impact of different colors of lights on mental health. Red light actually helps improve the secretion of melatonin. So this is a good thing. Also, green light tends to promote calmness and a sense of safety. And some people who have anxiety have actually anxiety about going to sleep. And that's a hard thing to deal with. Some people have free-floating anxiety. In other words, it's not a particular thing that you're worried about. It's just general anxiety, not attached to any one particular thing. This is chronic stress that shows up as anxiety. Chronic stress is going to increase all those stress hormones in your body, and it's going to make it hard for you to fall asleep. Okay. So when you add on top of that anxiety, chronic anxiety, then sleep is going to be next to impossible. It's hard to fall asleep. It's hard to stay asleep because you've got too much of these stress hormones floating around in your blood. So it's not easy. Um, so to de-stress and to calm down your nervous system, sometimes there's a whole field of color therapy. Now, I'm not trained in color therapy, but I know a little bit about it, and I know enough to know that the colors that you have around you in your home and in the lighting can affect your mood. And they recommend for people who have anxiety things like neutral colors, beiges and cream colors and things like that as a basic background in your home. You can have accents that pop some color, but in terms of the lighting, you can literally have a red light bulb somewhere and just be exposed to that red light before you go to sleep, or an amber light before you go to sleep. In fact, there are places in this country, not everywhere, but where they have street lights that are amber colored. So, and they have shown that the levels of violence tend to go down around amber lighting. So it does calm down the nervous system. So that's how light can affect us in our sleep patterns. And one last little oddball thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And that's an odd tingling sensation that people can have from different experiences. Often, I should do this closer here. Often, when you hear somebody whispering, and there are YouTube videos of people whispering, not necessarily doing a lot, just whispering. And this can help calm down the nervous system. You can Google ASMR or go to YouTube and type in ASMR, and you can find hours of videos of people whispering. You can try it. Who knows? It might work. Okay, so that's really what I've got for you today. It's not going to be a long live for me today because it's Memorial Day. And so I wish you all a peaceful Memorial Day. It's difficult these days. It's difficult. What can I say? But let's try and find some peace, because anxiety, it's not making the world a better place or your life a better place. So try to do some deep breathing, try to find some peace in yourself. Try not to get anxious about whether or not you're going to go to sleep, because that's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. And yeah, deep breathing, red light, turn off the TV, turn off your cell phone. Don't even bring the cell phone into the bedroom unless there's some compelling reason, life or death reason, why you need a cell phone in your bedroom. Nothing important is going to happen at 2 a.m. for 99.999% of us who are watching this. Okay. Peace. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.